Most people don't actually know which coffee brewing method fits them best. And I don't blame them. There's a lot of noise out there. So today, I'll walk you through 3 of the most popular home brewing methods: pods, coffee maker, and the pour-over, to help you figure out which one suits you best. I'm Loretta, second-generation coffee roaster and a brewmaster from Japan. I specialize in Japanese-style pour-over, and I created Auctoritas coffee to help people slow down and really experience coffee. We'll break down how each method works, their pros and cons, and what kind of person each one is best for. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which method matches your lifestyle. And you might be surprised. Stick around, because the right brewing method can completely transform your morning ritual. Let's start with coffee pods. They've gotten pretty popular. These days, you'll even see a whole pod section next to the regular coffee beans at the store. They're incredibly convenient. No grinder, no filters, no cleanup. Just pop in the capsule, press a button, and your coffee is ready. But there's the trade-off. Because the coffee is pre-ground and sealed long before you brew it, you lose a lot of aroma and complexity. Ground coffee loses freshness quickly. The increased surface area accelerates oxidation, and flavor compounds starts breaking down. And most importantly, you can't personalize. You're locked into whatever the pod manufacturer decided. There's no adjusting the grind, the dose, or the recipe to match your taste. That said, if you're rushing out the door or brewing in an office with no gear, pods are still better than skipping coffee entirely. Just know you're trading speed for depth and control. Drip coffee makers are probably the most familiar brewing method for a lot of people. But don't let that simplicity fool you, because there's a lot you can do with them. One big advantage is volume. If you're making coffee for your family or coworkers, a drip machine lets you brew multiple cups at once without extra work. And you still get room to personalize. You can fine-tune the grind size and coffee-to-water ratio based on your beans and your taste. That gives you more flexibility than pods, even though it's still relatively hands-off. But here's where things get tricky. With pour-over, you have the full control of how water flows. With drip coffee maker, that control is up to the machine. So the quality of the machine really affects the final cup. Some machines do a great job simulating a proper pour. Others just dump hot water in the middle. That could mean over-extraction, under-extraction, or just a flat-tasting cup, no matter how good your beans are. So if you already own a coffee maker, it's worth learning how to get the best out of it. And if you're thinking about buying one, it's not just about the price. It's about how the machine treats your coffee. Now let's talk about the pour-over. This is what I specialize in. It's not the fastest way to make coffee, but for many people, it's most rewarding. The biggest difference between pour-over And the last two methods is that you are in charge of everything. You are not pressing a button and hoping for the best. You are brewing. You control the grind size, the water temperature, coffee to water ratio, and even how the water hits the ground. This level of control means you can bring out the best in your beans, especially high-quality single-origin coffee. It also means you can personalize your coffee to your exact taste. If it's too acidic, change the grind or how fast or slow you pour the water. If you want more body, change the ratio. It just gives you more room to explore. And here's something else. It's affordable. A good pour-over setup, kettle, dripper, filters, costs far less than a high-end machine. And it's portable enough to bring on a camping trip or weekend getaway. It does take more time and focus, but that's kind of the point. Pour-over turns coffee into a ritual. There's something calming about it. If you're someone who enjoys the process as much as the result, this method offers the deepest connection to your coffee. So, how do you choose the right brewing method? It really depends on what you need. If your priority is speed and convenience, coffee pods are great for quick, no-fuss mornings. If you want something consistent and a little customizable without too much effort, a drip coffee maker hits the balance really well. But if you care about flavor, customization, and ritual, pour-over is hard to beat. It gives you the most control and the best chance to bring out the character of your beans. Each method has its own strength, but if you're looking for the depth, craftsmanship, and a little bit of magic, pour-over is where the journey really begins. If you want a quick way to compare these brewing methods, I have put together a free downloadable PDF for you. It also includes bonus pages exclusive for this PDF to help you jumpstart your pour-over journey. And if you'd like to go deeper into Japanese pour-over, I teach online course as well. You'll find both links below. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful coffee day.